Hi and welcome to Talk It, Do It, the tech channel where we explore real-world use cases that are a bit more than hello world. All the code and instructions are available. Please go to my GitHub. The link will be in the description. We all have this problem. We write code and we need to create documentation for it, and we try to do it every time. But honestly, a lot of the times, at least for me, this becomes a real pain point and often frustrating. It can also be inaccurate, especially when making a lot of changes. Is there a better way? Yes, let's use AI to help auto-document our code for us. This video was inspired by a blog I read from Dan Delimarsky. It grabbed my attention, so I thought, let's make a video for our own use case. Link is in the description, please go read it. So let's now look at the project we have created. You can see the GitHub Actions YAML file here. I am using a basic main branch for simplicity, but of course you would use branch protections and better triggers. Our Terraform file is here, in a Terraform directory. Again, just a simple file for now. This will work on more Terraform files as well. Here we can see a document that I created earlier using this workflow. It is using the Diataxis Framework, and all content was provided by the GitHub Copilot Chat. And as you can see, there really is a good amount of detail in this document, explaining the code, how to use it and other details, and includes code examples too. And this is all from us asking the Copilot API to detail our code for us, not us writing anything. Reminder, this is not for production use. Now the fun part. Let's go run our experimental project and see it in action. First, let us delete that document cookbook we created earlier and what I just showed you. Let us add and commit our change so that we can push and trigger the workflow. Always preferable to use signed commits. Remember our message, as you will see the pipeline trigger when we push it. Now we push and watch on the right as the pipeline springs into action. There we go, our pipeline has started. I have sped this part up, but all instructions are in my GitHub, so you can easily try this for yourself and watch it in real time. It has completed, so let's take a quick look at some of the tasks. Installing and running UVE for our Python code, and we can see it reading our Terraform code, creating threads on the Copilot Chat API, sending the prompt and getting good responses. Although unofficial, this looks good. I wish they would publish the API officially. And now we want to check that a pull request was created with the generated cookbook we just created in our pipeline with Copilot. Nice. We can see the file and contents as we expected, all done via GitHub Copilot, our custom Python code, and GitHub Actions Workflow, all working together to automate our code documentation. Let's approve the pull request and merge into our main branch. That has been merged, so we can now go to our shell and run a git pull to make sure we have the latest changes. And we can see the file that was created, and now we have it locally. Let's just quickly open the markdown in VS Code and check the contents is using the Diataxis framework that we requested. Again, I have sped this part up, but you can view this file in my GitHub with all the code. Link is in the description. Another reminder, this is using Unofficial API for Copilot Chat and GitHub Actions. Let's now have a quick look at the code that we created for this experimental project, starting with the YAML file, simple GitHub Actions format. We install Python and have the logic for creating pull requests and committing the files. And now the Python code. The Copilot Doc Generator class contains 5 core functions. Get Copilot token authenticates, create thread establishes a new conversation session, send prompt handles communication, generate Diataxis docs, creates 4 types of documentation, and create cookbook compiles everything into a markdown file. We use GitHub secrets to store any secrets that are needed. For this, we only use a session ID. I will show you shortly how to get this ID from your browser, and I have a bonus section where I automate this, so please stay watching. It is also worth noting that you need to make sure your GitHub Action Workflows can create pull requests. Just go to your repo or organization settings and make sure you have it ticked. A quick way to get your session ID is to open a browser using the devtools, authenticate to GitHub, and look for the response header and cookie user session. Grab it and add it to your secret. Now for the bonus section. I also created a workflow that will allow us to use a device flow using GitHub Mobile, so we can automate getting the session ID. For now, it will print in the pipeline, but this could easily be extended to auto-create it as a secret. We are using Playwright to help us get the verification ID we need for the mobile approval. This is sped up, but all the code is in my GitHub and available to you to use and play with. Here is the verification ID we need for the GitHub mobile approval. Once approved on the mobile app, the pipeline will then print the session ID that we need. And that is it. We have successfully run a quick experimental project to use GitHub's Copilot Chat API to read our code and auto-create documentation for us based on the Diataxis Framework. This can be extended to read any language and do so many other things. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this helpful and that it also inspires you to go experimenting, even with unofficial APIs. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on the next video.